for Weave Foundation. Rob Clutter, he's our president. You're going to hear from him in a little while. Terry Weaver, that was Dennis's brother. He is our vice president. I am Josh Peterson. I'm your treasurer. My wife, Holly, who decorated this entire room. If y'all want to go ahead and tell her how much you love it. She really likes attention. She's the secretary, and our at-large board members are Jeff Houck, Eric Keith, Brandon McWhorter, Dustin Murray, and Andrew Taylor. We have a scholarship committee. A lot of our student athletes submitted applications for scholarships, and I believe the first year we did this, we awarded $3,000 in scholarships. Last year, when we had our first Thundies, we did $13,000 in scholarships, and tonight we'll be awarding $23,000 in scholarships to some of our student athletes. Our scholarship committee, these guys go through and help decide where this money is going to go and who it's going to be awarded to. That's Brandon McWhorter, myself, and Andrew Taylor. Our Thundies event committee, these people help make sure everything runs smoothly tonight. Brandon McWhorter, myself, Holly, and Andrew Taylor. And lastly, our awards committee. This group, it's a group of 7 people who we met, I think, 4 times for an hour and a half, 2 hours each. These were some very difficult discussions trying to decide our award winners for tonight, and we really thank them for all of their time. Dr. Nicole Carney, Brad Costello, Brandon McWhorter, Principal Paul Parsley, Holly, myself, and trainer Jason Sanders. So we really thank them for all of their help putting this on. Our presenting sponsor tonight is Al White Ford Lincoln. We have a great relationship with Al White here in town. They're our title sponsor on all of our athletics on Thunder Radio. So if you listen to football or basketball or baseball or softball, they make it happen. They're also our presenting sponsor tonight. They pay admission for all of our award-winning athletes. So they do not have to pay. And they pay for our fine-looking trophies over here. So we thank Mike Jernigan and Al White Ford Lincoln for making that happen. Our dinner sponsor is Unity Medical Center. They make sure dinner is paid for all of our student athletes. And I think we have a table of representatives here tonight from Unity. We thank them for their contributions to the foundation. People's Bank and Trust here in Manchester, they helped pay for dessert tonight and our shirts for a lot of our award winners that they'll be taking home tonight, and they have a table here tonight. We thank our friends at People's Bank and Trust. With that, I'm going to bring up our president, Rob Clutter. He has a few words that he's going to share with you.
Thank you, Josh. Josh said I had 4 minutes and 36 seconds. Is that right? Does that start now? Y'all nervous? Because I am. It's how Dennis Weaver used to start a lot of the Coffee Coaches shows from Al White Ford when I was helping him on Saturday mornings. He had a great way of making the kids laugh and trying to kind of calm them, because a lot of times they were nervous, and he would look at them right before we went on the air while it's counting down. He'd say, "Are you guys nervous?" And they'd all go, "Yeah." He goes, "Me too." And then but then it would kind of broke the ice, and it did it. Dennis was a lot of fun. So good evening, and on behalf of the board of directors, I welcome you to the second Thundies Award. How awesome is that? Like we made it through the first one, and then this one's even bigger. So it's pretty awesome. We're honored by your presence here and your support in the efforts to keep Dennis Weaver's memories going by helping kids get in the game. It'll soon be 3 years since we lost Weave. It's hard to believe that's happened. Time goes by really fast. And I know, like myself, and I'm sure many of you, I think about him a lot. His quick wit, striving for perfection. He used to wear me out. We'd be at a ball game, and if I didn't turn a knob exactly right or make a check mark in the right little box with the correct colored pencil, One time he took the pencils away from me. Friendship to a lot of us in this room. Somehow or another, he was able to work. He had like a real job in addition to doing 11,000 ball games and taking pictures and all the other things. But most of all, it was his love for student athletes in this community, and that's why we're all here tonight, to honor a lot of great student athletes that we have in our town. So tonight, because of your generous support and our sponsors and some fundraising activities that went on this year, we're going to give away even more scholarships than we did last year, like a lot more. So we're very excited for that. So that's you guys. Round of applause for you guys. So from myself and the rest of us on the board, we have a heartfelt thank you to all of you for being here this evening. Now, another thing, while many of us are honored to be on the board, I think I can speak for the other board members in saying that it's pretty much Josh and Holly that do all the work. From decorating this, putting on everything. They donated an entire day of programming at their radio station, which if you don't understand how radio works, you make money by selling commercials, and you don't just take them off all day to raise money for a charity, but they did that. And, you know, without Josh and Holly, most of this wouldn't happen. They're really the true heroes of this organization. And Josh, come up here a second. So from the board, we got you guys a little dinner. Well, it's not dinner in there, but that'd be a really small dinner. So Holly's back there. So if y'all don't have like a ball game one night, go to dinner. Also, the board was contacted by the Dusty Elam Foundation, and they wanted to give a yearly award that highlights someone whose volunteer contributions to our community really make a huge difference in our town. And of course, the Dennis Weaver Foundation, we voted to approve this because the award is named after Dennis himself. This award will be given annually at this event to someone who goes above and beyond their call of duty to impact the youth of our community in a positive way. So both boards agreed wholeheartedly that the inaugural winners of this award are Josh and Holly Peterson. Holly, get up here.
She loves this.
She wants to take a picture.
Their contributions to this community are without equal. From the support of our local athletic programs, our school systems, our community, Josh and Holly are what makes Manchester great. We congratulate them on the first of many. There'll be many award winners throughout the years, and it's the Dennis Weaver Community Excellence Award. And I think my 4 minutes and 37 seconds is over.
Yeah, you ran over.
And well, but you seemed okay with it. Okay, we're moving on.
Thank you. Tonight, we welcome back one of the all-time greats of the Coffee County Red Raider football program, Alante Taylor. In his 4 years at Coffee County Central High School, Alante accounted for over 8,200 yards of total offense and 75 touchdowns. He played in the 2018 Under Armour All-American game before going on to play 4 years at the University of Tennessee.
Intercepted! A lot of green grass for Taylor, and he will take it the other way for the pick six.
Taylor played in 45 games for the Vols, 31 of those as a starter.
With the 49th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Alante Taylor, defensive back, Tennessee.
Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest for the second annual Thundies Sports Awards. Welcome to the stage, Alante Taylor. Music will stop in a minute. Yeah, I just bought a 27 jersey.
Oh, 27?
Are you changing?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, number one.
Number one. So as soon as y'all buy your jerseys, he's going to change numbers. Everybody hear him okay? Talk into that a little bit. Make sure. Yeah, we got you. All right. Thank you for coming tonight. We do appreciate you making it. Nice bling you got there.
Appreciate it.
I like that. Looks good. So I want to start off. I've heard you even in this church, I guess last summer when you came down with Hendon, and you spoke to some other youth groups down here or some teams, and you talk about being, and I may be wording it wrong, but you talk about kind of being the weird kid or the different kid. Explain that to us. Explain to some of our student athletes out there what you mean by that.
Yeah, so basically, growing up, you kind of see the kid who does everything right, and kind of the crowd does everything wrong, right, sometimes. And so my mom and my dad really just raised me to do what I know is right every single day. And so if that's saying yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, if that's opening the door for somebody, if that's going to class every single day, if that's turning in all my homework, whatever it may be, I make sure to do that. And to some people it was just weird, and I got laughed at sometimes and things like that, but I feel like it got me to where I am today. And so I always tell kids all the time, it's okay to be the weird kid. It's okay to do everything right. It's okay to be nice to people. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be like the class clown. You don't have to have the attention all the time. But if you're being a weird kid, most of the time you're probably doing something right.
So I'm going to bounce around a lot with the questions. We're going to talk a little bit of personal, a little bit of Tennessee, some NFL, some local stuff. Was there ever a time when you were playing or a practice or a certain day or a moment when you thought, I might be good enough. I might be good enough to get to the league? Was there a moment that happened or a series of events, or did it just kind of work out for you?
I would probably say the COVID year that we had. It was really tough. Everybody was kind of back at home. But there was nobody in the stands really, things like that. But there was plays being made. And so talking to my coaches and kind of hearing that I could have came out my junior year, but probably going undrafted. But teams were actually looking at me. And so from that moment, I was like, okay, maybe I can actually make it to the NFL. And so after talking to some scouts and talking to my coaches and things like that, I felt like it was best for me to come back for my senior year. One, to get my degree, but then two, just to kind of give myself a chance to get drafted, not just be an undrafted player. So I would probably say during the COVID year, whenever coaches started to talk to me and scouts started to tell me, we're actually looking at you, it's probably the time.
Second round. So that's, did you see that coming? Did your people tell you that, or did you beat expectations there?
I felt like I beat expectations. I had a pretty good agent. And so they were just kind of telling me that my projection was third, fourth round. And so, but every team had me in their top 10 corners. And so I was talking to my cousin, and I was like, the more corners who get drafted, before me, that means my name should be coming up. And so we were counting down first round. I think it was 5 corners that went off the board. And the second round, and I think it was the 8th corner came off the board, and my cousin was like, Tay, that's 8. And so for me, it's okay, if I'm in the top 10, there's only 2 other corners, or it's me and then one other guy. And so I texted my agent, and I was like, I should be getting drafted soon. And he had texted me back and was like, nah, we're probably looking more so third round. And so I texted him back, and I was like, all right, cool. And I leaned back in my chair, and then my phone started ringing. And in my mind, I'm like, who's playing on my phone? Because it was my normal phone. And so I'm like, who's calling me right now? This is not the time. I'm trying to wait for an actual phone call. And I seen the 504 area code, and I answered the phone. And it was Coach D.A., our head coach. And literally everything went away. It was so quiet, and I'm on the phone, and all I could say was, let's get it, coach. Let's get it, coach. Let's get it, coach. And so big dream come true, and it changed my life forever for sure.
So a lot of the student athletes out here, there's several seniors, but we got some underclassmen and some middle schoolers. You know, a lot of these guys and girls are not going to be going pro in sports. Hopefully, maybe one or two out there. But what advice would you give them to get the most out of their high school days? You know, to get the absolute most out of your high school football or basketball or baseball, whatever you play, tennis, to get the most out of that. What would you say?
I would say embrace every single moment. You never know when it can be taken from you. You know, we talk about being drafted or whatever the case may be, but some people get injured. You know, their career come to an end then. So just embrace every moment. Every time you strap up those shoes or those cleats or whatever it is, like, understand that you're truly blessed, and take advantage of that opportunity every single time. And then just like shoot for the stars though. Like, don't let nobody tell you that you can't, especially because you're from Coffee County or you're playing in a certain region or whatever it may be. Like, don't listen to none of that nonsense because it's happened before, and I'm sure it's going to continue to happen. So chase that dream though, and don't sell yourself short, but understand, like, every single time you strap up those shoes or those cleats, take advantage of that opportunity and just go out there and give it your best, because those memories are going to be the ones that you miss forever.
And our football team had a pretty good year. Were you keeping up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I keep up. I'm on Facebook sometimes,
Sure.
seeing everything that's going on.
So what's an NFL work week like? Like from in season, from Monday through Sunday. Walk us through what that's like, from film study to practice and all that.
All right, so we're already in the season. So you played on Sunday, 12 o'clock games. And so after that, you're kind of free to do whatever you want to do. Family comes in town, we go out to eat, stuff like that. Monday is an optional day. You can come in and watch tape if you want to. You don't have to. Tuesdays are a true off day. And then Wednesday, we have a team meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning. We have meetings from 9 to probably about 10:30, 11. Then you're at practice from 11 to like 1:30. Then you have a lunch break. Lunch break's probably about an hour and a half. After that, you come back and you watch tape from practice. And so it's really like a 9 to 5 job is what I tell my family a lot.
So you're not just showing up playing a game on Sunday?
Oh, no.
That isn't how that works.
No. And that's just what's
That's what everybody sees on TV. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And that's just required of you. So, you know, if you want to be great, though, you have those extra hours that you really have to, like, watch a lot of tape. And so at home, I kind of do a little airplay thing on my iPad. And I put the game up, whoever we're about to play, our scouting report, whoever it is, up on my TV. And I probably watch now. From year one, I said I probably only watched about 2 hours of tape, like per team, like whoever we were playing, about 2 hours. But going into year two, understanding the type of jump that I need to have and the type of things that I want to work on, I'll probably move that up to probably about 6 hours a week on just specific, like watching tape on the receivers, to formations, to quarterbacks, to route concepts, things like that.
So in high school, if you could go back, you know, I don't think high schoolers enjoy watching a lot of film. How important is that? You know, if they can sit in and watch.
Film study's big. I actually wish I watched film in high school, but I didn't really understand the Huddle app like that, like I should have. But if you have Huddle and like you're in high school, like obviously you're in high school now, but like actually watch tape, like get with your coaches, see if they can pull up the teams that's already played or the team you're about to play, and just go on there and just watch whoever you're about to play, however they cut it up. I don't know how Huddle really works now, but find a way to like watch tape, because the best thing in the world is when you spend so much time watching tape and you get into the game and you see the exact thing that you've seen on tape and you make a big play and you look back at it and say, I spent so much time watching film and this is why. Rather it be a pick six, rather it be the winning shot on a basketball game. I can't say all the sports, but
sure.
Rather you do like whatever it is, like find some way to watch tape. And I feel like that's what changed my life going into my senior year at Tennessee. I didn't understand what watching tape was. Coach Heupel came in, and Coach Martinez was our DB coach, and he really just sat me down. I was like, Lante, like, I'm gonna teach you how to watch tape, and he showed me how to click on certain settings and certain things on the Thundercloud, and from there, my career just kind of went up so far.
More nervous, first game at Tennessee, first game in the pros.
First game at Tennessee.
All right. A lot of expectations up there.
Yeah. So coming in, I was playing a brand new position. We were playing against Will Greer. Transfer. He was at West Virginia at that time, and Coach Pruitt just started me at a position I've never really played in my life. But as far as the NFL goes, I was hurt, so I played the first 2 games. I got hurt for 4 weeks, and so I was just eager to get back. Marshawn Lattimore got hurt. The game, I want to say it was week 6, actually, he got hurt. And so week 7 was my time to come off IR. So they were like, Alante, get in shape. Like, this is your opportunity. and you're going to start. And so in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm about to start in the NFL for the first time, but I'm going against DeAndre Hopkins, right? Like one of the best guys, going to be a Hall of Fame receiver. And so I was kind of nervous, but I was more so excited to like show the world, like I'm supposed to be here, like I deserve this. But the SEC one was for sure the most nerves, just because I didn't know what I was doing. I was just playing off just athletic ability.
So when did that come about? You played quarterback here. You played some receiver, but nobody could get it to you. And then you played some DB. I'm not going to say I predicted it. I'm just saying when I watched you play DB, the way you hit people, I was like, that guy is a defensive back. Who brought that to you? I may have told somebody. I don't. Who brought that to you, and what was your thought process on that?
Yeah, Coach Pruitt brought it to me. We were in a team meeting room after practice, and he said there was going to be some guys changing positions for 3 days. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm not changing positions. Like, I'm here to play receiver. And then he called me to his office and told me that he was going to move me to play corner for 3 days. And so I'm like, okay, coach, like, whatever it takes, right, to get on the field. So I go out there, 3 days of practice. I'm really not doing my best because I'm trying to show him that, like, I can't play the position. And then he just kept me there. And after, I think it was like the 5th practice, I was like, hey, coach, I'm ready to go back to receiver. And he said, learn how to play special teams. And I'm like, okay. So I go out and I learn how to play all the special teams. And I'm doing really good at that. And I go up to him again. I'm like, coach, I'm ready now. Like, put me back at receiver. Like, I'm getting cooked at practice. And so then he sat me down and was like, Alante, as long as I'm the head coach here at the University of Tennessee, you'll never play offense. And then I was kind of sad about it. I was talking to my mom and dad about it. And then he brought me back in there and he said, if you watch the NFL draft, how many wide receivers get drafted and how many corners get drafted early in the rounds? And I was like, well, shoot, coach, I don't really know. And so I watched the draft that came up, and there was more corners drafted than receivers. And so he told me, like, if you want to be an NFL player and you want to play for a long time, this will be the position to do it. And so I always give him a lot of props and credit because he's seen something in me that I didn't see in myself in playing corner.
Toughest SEC stadium besides Neyland?
Georgia.
Georgia. No. Hate Georgia. So you got to play with Coach Hype for a year, or what do you see as what makes his offense so difficult to defend? Because a lot of Tennessee fans in here. There's a lot of people in here that weren't raised right, too, and they're probably not Tennessee fans, and that's all right. But, what makes that offense? Because, I mean, Jalen Hyatt was wide open all year long. What makes that so hard?
I guess it's not your traditional football type of offense, right? Like, they're fast tempo, but if you kind of watch the receivers, the sideline would be like right here, and the receivers would be like 2 yards from the sideline. And so as a defensive back, you're like, okay, what can you run? So in your mind, you're like, well, I'm just going to stand on the inside, and like they can't run anything. We'll just guard us up the whole game. But they're so wide that you have to respect the run game because there's so much space between the tackle all the way out to the first receiver. And then you have to respect the passing game, which you have guys like Cedric Tillman, Jalen Hyatt, Marquez Callaway, those guys. And so the offense is just so wide. So when you're at practice, you're going against that type of offense every single day. But then when you get to a game, you're not playing the same type of offense. But I think the biggest thing is like the speed of it, how fast they turn the ball over. And that was our conditioning test. So when Coach Heupel came in, everyone was like, all right, so what's our conditioning test going to be? Are we going to run hundreds? Are we going to run half-gassers? And we didn't do any of that. And we was like confused. And then Coach Heupel told us, like, just going against our offense in practice every single day, everyone's going to get in shape. And so I think it's just the tempo of it and just how wide the receivers are spread it out. You don't know what to expect. And then you can say, okay, I'm going to guard the screen, I'm going to guard the slant, or I'm just going to guard the go ball. But you have Jalen Hyatt, like one of the best receivers that just played in this offense last year, right? And he just showed you, like, I'm going to just run down the middle of the field and nobody's going to catch me. So, and as long as Tennessee continues to recruit those type of receivers and those type of players, our offense is going to be dominant.
How long before we get a national championship in Knoxville, you think?
I don't see why we can't have it this upcoming season. So we'll see.
I like that. I like that answer. So, a lot of the answers you get when you go from the college level to the NFL level, speed of the game, that's obvious. It's kind of an obvious one. What's the biggest thing you saw in the jump from competition from the SEC to the NFL, besides just, everybody's faster and everybody's good?
I would say playing against grown men who have to feed their families.
Okay.
Think about it in college. Everybody you go, you're guaranteed 4 years, right? So you might have a kid who can play early as a freshman, but he's still trying to figure out how it is to be away from home, college academics. So he may not take football as serious. but he's guaranteed 3 more years after this 1 year. But in the NFL, since I've been there, I've seen guys come in for 2 days and they're fired the next day. I've seen guys coming in the morning for practice, like I said, and then we go back to watch tape and they're fired. And so every single day in the NFL in practice, whether it's practice or games, you have grown men understanding that another man is trying to take his food off his table to feed his family. So guys come to practice prepared. Guys come to practice, they're locked in. So in college, I feel like I had so much more fun in practice. But in the NFL, we don't do a lot of joking. We don't do a lot of laughing. We have fun with it, but guys are very serious about technique, about the playbook, about making plays. And so every day, I kind of had to flip my mindset to understand, like, Tay, like, these guys know that you're coming in to take their job. So it's not going to be easy. Every single day, you have to come in prepared. So the biggest thing for me is just understanding, like, everybody's going to know exactly what they have to do, be exactly what they're supposed to be, and guys are going to go all out from the first quarter to the fourth quarter.
Now, you talked about it earlier. You talked about what you want to do in terms of your improvement from year 1 to year 2, and you talked about your film study. What are the technique areas or the specific things that you've got targeted to step up your game?
Yeah, you know, I want to continue to work on my strengths, such as, like, my press man. I feel like it's probably my best part of my game. But my focus right now is just getting in and out of my breaks, kind of closing that space as fast as I can. And then also just understanding route concepts, understanding breaking points. So, you know, Marshawn Lattimore helped me a lot with that. I would come to the sideline and he would just be like, hey, Alante, you're like sitting so high on top when he's at 10 yards, like his shoulders are already up, so he's about to break. And so guys would probably catch a ball or something like that on me. And so I talked to him the other day, and that's probably like the main thing I'm working on is route concepts and understanding or trying to get in and out of my breaks better.
What's it like to defend or break up a pass thrown by Tom Brady? I mean, did you take that in? I mean, that's pretty cool.
I haven't actually. My goal was against Tom Brady was to get an interception because I was going to ask him to sign the football at the end of the game. But I also feel like, looking back at tape, there was 3 opportunities that I had to get an interception against him that I didn't capitalize on. But it hasn't processed. I don't think it will, really. I feel like I was just doing my job, going out there, trying not to let the moment get too big, just kind of staying chill and calm and relaxed. And a lot of our vet guys kind of helped me with that throughout the year, especially coming into the fourth quarter. It was that my first action really was against Tom Brady. And the guys were just telling me, like, especially DeMario Davis, he was like, it's Tom Brady, right? Like, go ahead and get that out of your mind. Like, it's Tom Brady, yes, he's a great player, but you're a second-round draft pick, and you're in the NFL now. So go out here and make plays, and don't let that moment get too big. And so that's exactly what I did. And after the game, I wasn't like, man, I just broke up a pass against Tom Brady. I was more so like yeah, Tom. Like, I'm a rookie. like I'm a rookie, but, yeah, I can make something happen.
Now, if you, of course, you went up against DeAndre Hopkins and some of these guys, some of the, best receivers you feel like that you defended year 1. They're not watching. I don't think you're going to get in any trouble.
Receivers. I mean, okay, we can talk about some of the good ones, like DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae Adams. Who else? That's probably it, really. I know in practice, I got to go up against Mike Thomas before he got hurt, and that was a pretty good battle every single day. He was kind of picking me apart, but he was also educating me on, like, what he was seeing that I was doing, which helped me going into, like, the season. But this upcoming year, I feel like we have some other receivers that I hadn't got to face yet, so looking forward to that.
So if you could look back at your time at Coffee County, it's been a while now, some of your best memories from here. You could pick, it's hard to pick those, but some of the times you had here and things you kind of still carry with you out there.
The first one would probably be when we won the coffee pot.
Everybody likes that, don't they?
Yeah.
Tell Homeless watching.
Yeah, so that was my 10th grade year, because my freshman year we played there, and it was on Halloween, and it was snowing, and it was a real cold game. But my sophomore year,
you beat the brakes off of them.
Yeah, we did, at home, but that was probably my first one. And then I'll continue to go there, but I have to say the worst one would be senior year.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about
Coffee pot here, and we were up at halftime by a lot, and we ended up losing by 1 point in my senior year. That's probably the moment that sticks with me the most when I think about the coffee pot game, when the coffee pot game comes up, just because I know how much it means to the city, but I also understand, like, how much work we put in to, like, keep it here, right? And so that means a lot to me. But another ones would be my graduation, getting to graduate. I had a really good counselor at Coffee County Central, and she got me to the point where I could graduate early. So being able to graduate from here early, go to Tennessee, early enroll, play in the spring, but then come back and walk with all my friends who I grew up with basically since 4th grade. That was really big. I would say Bonnaroo, but my mom never let me go. So being with baseball.
She might let you go this year. I don't know.
Yeah, she had no choice to let me go now. I'm kind of grown. But Bonnaroo was just kind of seeing everybody come to Manchester, and that's kind of how I tell people where I'm from. Like, people ask me where I'm from, I say Manchester, they have no clue. Then I say Bonnaroo, and they just know exactly where.
Sure.
So I'm like, how do you go to Bonnaroo, but you don't know you're driving to Manchester? But Bonnaroo would be one, just mom being able to work like the Coca-Cola truck for like baseball stuff that we just trying to raise money, and she would just be like, yeah, you're not going to that. I see too much stuff out there. So, and then probably one more would be, I went to my first tractor pull.
Nice.
So I went to a tractor pull, I think it was out in Hillsboro.
Probably, yeah.
And I always kind of tell people, yeah, I'm a little country boy. I'm from Manchester, Tennessee, da-da-da. And my friends would be like, what's the most countryest thing you've done? And I'm like, well, I don't know what you would define as country, because some people say if you wear boots and a hat, you're a country boy. So I was like, well, I went to a tractor pull. And they're like, what is that? And so I couldn't even really explain it to them, so I had to pull it up on YouTube, like tractor pulls.
See the tractor pull.
I showed them, and I was like, it's real loud.
Yeah.
But that was a memory I'll have forever, just because when I went, I seen, I guess, another side of what country looks like.
Sure. So I still live here, and I don't talk to hardly anybody I went to high school with. Do you stay in touch with your old teammates? Because I imagine it's a lot harder for you. You're a busy guy.
Yeah, it's not really. I have a few friends that I graduated with, Garrett Booth, the Booth family. I talk to them frequently. I still talk to Dr. J. I think I've seen him in here. I talk to him frequently, but I try to come back as much as I can, and when I do, my first thing that I always want to do is visit the schools that I went to. So I visit Hickerson, I visit the middle school, I visit the Raider Academy, and I obviously go to the high school to see my favorite teacher, Miss Stewart.
Okay.
So I always got to say a shout out to Chrissy Stewart, best math teacher in the world. But I try to stay in contact, but it's really hard, like you said. I'm not on my phone as much, and I have 2 phones now, and I always change my numbers. So everybody just be like, Alante, like, this is the Tay 6 in my phone, just because I always change my numbers. So
Yeah, it's kind of like your football number. You change that thing around a little
yeah, I do. I just got to figure out what I like.
bit. Yeah, absolutely. So with that, we don't have a whole lot more time with Alante, but if we really appreciate you stopping. Anything else you want to say while we got you up here? You got open mic. Got a couple minutes.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned it earlier about dreaming big. I don't want anybody in here to ever look at me and say he only made it because X, Y, and Z. I want you to understand, like, I really worked hard every single day. Late nights, there was times when I was bored, and so if you go to the high school, you don't really have lights for the practice field, but the parking lot, they have those bright lights now. But I used to go out there by myself, just on the corner where there was some grass, and I put my little ladder that my mom bought me, and I would just work, like, every single night. There was days that she would be like, Tay, you haven't done anything in the past 5 days, and I would just look at her. And on the inside, I want to say, like, how you going to tell me I haven't worked in 5 days? But she was right, and so what I would do is I'd be like, no, right, you know what? Like, my mom always tells me, if I really want to make it, if I really want to be great, I have to put in a lot of work. And so I challenge all the athletes in here, whether you're a senior, whether you're like an underclassman, push yourself past the point of tired. I feel like a lot of people will go out there and they'll run some sprints, or they'll go out there, they'll dribble a basketball, throw a baseball, whatever it is, and you get to a point where you're fatigued, and then you like, I just worked my tail off, and you might take a picture of, or a video or a boomerang of like some cleats or whatever it is that you're using, and then you'll go home and you'll be like I really worked today. But I want you to get to a point to where you work so hard that you get tired and you push yourself past many more reps. So think about sprints, right? So you run 10 sprints. After these 10 sprints, you're going to be tired, and you're going to be like, yeah, I really got it in today. But challenge yourself to say, you know what, I'm going to run 10 more. And you look in your mind, you're going to be like, 10 more sprints? Like, I don't know if I can do that. But when you go home and you look in the mirror and you take your shower, whatever case is, you're going to be like, I really worked today. So rather it be sprints, rather it be lifting weights, rather it be watching tape, wherever it may be, I challenge everybody to like really push yourself past the limit. Because understand, there's other kids out here doing the exact same thing that you're doing. You go out there and run 10 sprints, there's another kid who probably ran 12. If you go out there and you want to do football drills or whatever the case is, understand that there's other kids in the country that's doing the exact same thing that you're doing. And one thing I always say is, coming from Coffee County, yeah, it's really hard, but if you really, really, really push yourself and you truly have that dream and that mindset, it can happen. And don't take that and just be like, well, I don't know if it can happen for me because X, Y, and Z. It can happen for you. So challenge yourself every single day, push yourself every single day, and don't let anybody, mom, dad, uncle, sister, auntie, brother, whoever it is, don't let nobody ever tell you that you can't make it big, because you can do whatever you want to as long as you put your mind to it.
Well, that's fantastic advice. And before we let Alante get down, he's a couple of things. He's agreed to hang out over here to the side. He's going to take pictures with all of our award-winning athletes tonight. We're excited about that. He's also agreed to donate $1,000 back to our scholarship fund tonight. So round of applause for Alante Taylor. We're glad he's up here. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Let's give away some stuff. That was fantastic. Thank you so much to Alante. I think Rob's going to make his way back up here. And we've got a lot of awards. We're going to get through these. And athletes, I'll go ahead and let you know, if your name gets called, you're going to come up these steps over here to my right. Rob's got some goodies. Going to make your way across the stage. I'm going to move these chairs back out of the way. You're going to head off on the other side. These steps, and there's Holly will be over here with the camera, the photo backdrop, get your picture, and get back to where you're at, and we'll keep on moving, okay? Our first Thundy award winner, we try to include all of our sports. I think we've got everybody here. We've got running, we got fishing, we got hunting, we got football. We're going to award every sport here tonight thanks to our awards committee. Our cross-country boys runner of the year Thundy award goes to Fletcher Barnard. Our cross-country girls runner of the year, Kaylee Rossman. Our first scholarship recipient of the night, our scholarship committee poured through these applications. Obviously, our student athletes needed to apply. The time frame for that was, I believe, December through the end of January. They need to be an athlete at Coffee County Central High School. And our first recipient of scholarship money tonight, this young lady, will be receiving $2,000 from the Dream for We Foundation to further her education. Also, your 2023 valedictorian, Abby Clark. I don't think you ever see Abby without a smile on her face. Our girls soccer player of the year. This young lady will also be receiving a scholarship from the Dream for We Foundation in the amount of $1,100. Congratulations, Katie Cotton.
Last name ever, first name great.
Inside the 18, left foot shot through goal. Cotton past a diving Mallory O'Neal.
All the haters, I know G4 pilots on a first name basis. In your city.
Our girls golfer of the year. In addition to the Golf Thundy Award, this young lady will also be receiving a scholarship from the Dream for We Foundation in the amount of $1,100. Congratulations, Maggie Crouch.
It's a celebration. Celebrate good times. Come on. Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a...
Next award is our Thundy for Boys Golfer of the Year. Congratulations to senior Jacob Holder.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there.
Our 2023 Volleyball Player of the Year. In addition to the Volleyball Thundy, this young lady will be receiving $1,100 in scholarship money from the Dream for We Foundation. Congratulations to Anna Johnson.
Shoot the shot. I'm coming in.
Anna Johnson with a big swing and a kill. Big hammer for Anna Johnson.
Our next scholarship recipient will be receiving $1,100 from the Dream for We Foundation. Congratulations, Charlie Pierce. Had some music.
I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. Waiting on this for a while now. Playing my dues to the turn. I've been waiting this long. You're holding it in for a while. Stand through with me as I can. The dream of this is a child. I'm on top of the world.
So that's designed to start a long time ago. Next is our Football Offensive Player of the Year. And that is about an impossible decision on a football team that had so many weapons, had so many different workhorses. But I feel like, and a lot of the awards committee felt this way too, so often overlooked in a good football team is the offensive line, and that's kind of where it all starts. If you don't have that, you don't have anything. And one of the best up front all season was our left tackle, Robbie Gilly.
Look at her face, she ain't a fool of me. She thinks my track is sexy, it really turns her on. She's always staring at me.
That's Holly's idea.
While I'm chugging along.
We do 2 awards for football, offensive and defensive. Again, I don't know how you choose on a defense. I think, if I remember right, the most points they allowed in the regular season was 28 points, and that was once, and that was to Page. And that team scored a lot more than 28 points against a whole lot of people. That was a heck of a unit. We had multiple defensive backs with multiple interceptions. We had a lot of guys, and I didn't mention this. Our football team, I think this year, had 19 or 20 sacks. For every sack they had, $100 came to the Dream for We Foundation, thanks to a lot of our businesses. So these guys earned a lot of money for us, and we appreciate that. But again, I feel like a lot of that starts up front. And there was a game wrecker up there who could not be blocked one-on-one. And that's Blaine Myers.
So Turner hands it off to Harris, trying to run left. He's hitting the backfield, and he's slung to the ground by Blaine Myers. He lost 5 yards.
That was the first play in overtime against Stewart's Creek right there, and they did not recover. Our Raiderette Dancer of the Year. This young lady will also be receiving a scholarship from the Dream for Weave Foundation in the amount of $2,000. Your Thundy Award winner and 2023 class salutatorian, Audrey Barton. Our Female Wrestler of the Year. This young lady reached the state meet and got on the podium with a 5th place finish. Congratulations to Jade Linhart.
Wanna be the winner, but there can only be one. So I'm gonna fight, gonna give it my all, gonna make you fall, gonna suck it to you. That's right, I'm the last one standing, another one bites the dust. Few times been around that track, so it's not still gonna happen. Cause ain't no holler back.
Our 2023 Male Wrestler of the Year. I don't know if anyone works harder at perfecting their craft than this guy. He placed 4th in the state meet and probably would have won it if he didn't have a bad knee. Jake Barlow.
Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances. Went the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his will to survive.
I don't know if anybody needs their yard cut, and if he needs any more business. But he does the grass at the radio station, and he's fantastic. Our Female Swimmer of the Year. This young lady is also receiving $1,100 in scholarship money from the Dream for Weave Foundation. Congratulations to Emily Williams.
I wish you could swim like the dolphins, like dolphins can swim. We can be heroes.
Our Male Swimmer of the Year. After an excellent season that saw him reach the state swim meet, congratulations to Jack Stowe. Maybe the best dressed here. I like that. Our next Dream for Weave Foundation scholarship recipient will be receiving $1,000 to further her education. Congratulations to Camry Moss.
Serving Camry Moss. A lot of zip on that, and an ace for Camry Moss just inside the back line. That's big. That's huge.
Our Girls Basketball Player of the Year. Again, that's difficult on a team that wins 30 games and peaked at number 2 in the AP poll. But this young lady was consistent and came alive in the postseason, and I'm convinced that her efforts won Coffee County another district championship. Congratulations to freshman Natalie Barnes. Natalie's playing basketball somewhere tonight, so Jersey Farrell has kindly agreed to come accept her award. I didn't have any music ready, Jersey. I didn't know you were going to do that. It's not here, that's why. I'm sorry, Jersey. You did good, though. Because Natalie wasn't going to be here, we didn't put her award over there. Our boys basketball player of the year. This guy's a gym rat. He's constantly lifting and shooting, and in fact, he's not here because he's playing basketball. Cooper Reed. Nobody's accepting anything on Cooper's behalf, I don't think. Cheerleader of the year. This young lady was present on all 3 cheer squads, football, basketball, and also the competition squad. She is constantly working at her craft. I see her at gymnastics classes all the time, and she shows great pride and spirit in her teams. Congratulations to Abby White.
I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her.
Our next Dream for Weave Foundation scholarship recipient will be receiving $1,100. Congratulations to Jacob Slayball. An airplane pilot, is that right? For you? Yeah, I'm just going to need some tickets, a few flights. Our 2023 Thundy Award winner for Fisherman of the Year. This young man has reached the Nationals in back-to-back years. Congratulations to Kylan Mantute.
Fishing in the dark, line our backs and count the stars where the cool grass grows. Down by the river in the full moonlight, we'll be falling in love in the middle of the night, just moving slow.
Our female tennis player of the year. This young lady, a district champion in some form or fashion in 3 straight years. Congratulations to Riley McNamara.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there.
Our male tennis player of the year, district runner-up and back-to-back Thundies winner, Krish Patel. Our next award winner is a Dream for Weave Foundation scholarship recipient, and she will be awarded $1,000 for her college education. Congratulations to Kara Jo Marlowe.
Pretty girls walk like this, 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 this. Pretty girls walk like this, 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 this. All the pretty girls walk like this.
Softball player of the year. By the way, our softball team's headed back to the spring fling next week. A difficult decision on a team this talented, but this young lady not only holds the single season home run record, but the career home run record with 33, do I have that right? That sound right? 33 home runs. She will also be receiving $1,000 from the Dream for We Foundation. Caitlin Davis.
Drives. Goodness. I don't think I've ever seen a ball hit that far. That may land at the Air Force Base. Home run. Caitlin Davis.
Our Thundy Award winner for baseball. This young man recorded 105 strikeouts in 60 innings. He posted an 8-0 record and led this team in batting average at .398. He'll be going to Walters State. Congratulations to Aiden Robertson.
Yeah, here comes the rooster.
Our Thundy Award winner this year as our trap shooter of the year with the Claybusters. Congratulations, Jacob Anderson.
We get to hunting, fishing, loving every day. That's the brand that a country boy brings. Thank God he made me this way. Hunting, fishing, loving every day. Early in the morning, late in the evening, I'm getting red dirt rich. Split a river bay. Hunting, fishing, loving every day. Yeah.
Our next award winner is a scholarship recipient. She'll be receiving $1,000 from the Dream for We Foundation. Congratulations, Olivia Moss. Our boys soccer Thundy Award winner. This young man voted team captain by his peers. Ethan Sloan. Track and field, Thundy Award winner. This young lady now holds school records in the 1,600 and 3,200 meter run. Kaylee Rossman.
Either one, I was born to run, I was born for this. Run me like a racehorse, hold me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up, I wanna be the slip. Word upon your lip, rather than to rip. Break me down and build me up, whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline.
Our next recipient will be awarded $1,000 from the Dream for We Foundation. One of the most resilient, hard-headed young women that I know, traits that are certainly going to guarantee her future success, Jaylee Ruling.
Ruling for three. Catching! Jaylee Ruling.
Basketball, number 1, Kurt Slow.
Our track and field male athlete of the year. He now holds school records in discus and shot put, and he's competing in the TSSAA Spring Fling State Track Meet next week. Xavier Randolph.
There's a quest for answers.
Can't wait to see him play football. Our Coffee Middle School Female Athletes of the Year. The awards committee settled on 2 for this Thundy Award. The first one, a standout in basketball, and maybe an even better future in her new love, tennis, J.D. Nagadula. And our second female athlete of the year from Coffee Middle School. This young lady from about 10 feet in on the basketball court did not miss. And I watched her score 4 goals in a game in an absolute monsoon on the soccer field. Lily Mathern. Our Coffee Middle School Male Athlete of the Year. The quarterback for the football team, and someone whose improvement on the basketball floor unsurprisingly coincided with the middle school basketball team's run to a conference championship. Congratulations to Jet Trussler.
Don't carry me too far away. Oh, we gonna share that line, 'cause we still have a lot to say.
Our next award winner is a Dream for We Foundation scholarship recipient. She will be receiving $1,100, and just this past week she signed to continue her track career at Freed Hardeman. Maddie Sullivan.
Be the one I was born to run, I was born for this. Run me like a racehorse, pull me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up, I wanna be the slip. Word up on your lip, better than to rip. Break me down and build me up, whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline.
Our Westwood Middle School Female Athletes of the Year. Again, the awards committee decided on 2. The first, Reese Finch.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah.
And our second Female Athlete of the Year from Westwood Middle School. Jersey, there's an award up here this time. Jules Farrell. Jersey's accepting on Jules Pratt. She is basketballing tonight, I think in Texas. Our next award winner, a scholarship recipient, will be receiving $1,000 towards her future education. Liza Johnson.
I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her.
Westwood Middle School Male Athletes of the Year. We have 2 of them. Both of these young men were major impact players for 3 sports, football, basketball, and baseball. Kason Lowry. And Keller Hatfield. Hardly recognize Casey with his haircut. Dapper. Y'all look at these shoes. I forgot his music. Sorry, Keller. Our next scholarship recipient will be receiving a check for $1,100 from the Dream for We Foundation. In my years covering sports, I think that this guy is probably in the top 5 and most respectful, dedicated, hardworking young people that I've been around. And that's Nolan Jernigan. There aren't many awards that have the Dennis Weaver name on them. One of them is the Dennis Weaver Coach of the Year. This man dedicates endless amounts of time to not one, but 2 sports. He's the head coach of one, he's an assistant in another. And he doesn't just coach, his teams and units are successful. And that's Roger Barlow. We didn't even give Coach Barlow an invitation because we knew he was coming, so I'm saying he's a little surprised. Our next scholarship recipient will be receiving a check for $1,100 from the Dream for Weave Foundation. Congratulations, Nate Luttrell.
Stars and stripes, it's fighting back them butterflies, it's calling in the air already.
Luttrell looking to throw. Fires one over the middle. Caught by Ashton Farrell. Touchdown! Farrell with the hands. Luttrell with the pass. Raiders on the board.
Backs against the wall. You mess with one man, you got a song. The boys are fall.
Song gives me goosebumps about every time. Our next scholarship recipient will be receiving $1,000 for her college education. Congratulations, Gia Perez.
Through it. Thanks. Here comes Gia Perez. Strong side kill. Puts that one down.
A new category this year. A lot of these categories are repeats from last year, but we did add a couple. We have a fan favorite award. Fans were allowed to vote on their favorite student athlete with $1, equaling 1 vote. This was Holly's idea, and it raised quite a bit of money for the foundation, and we're thankful for that. Our female fan favorite, who will also be receiving $1,000 in scholarship money from the Dream for Weave Foundation, Cara Beth Patton.
I knew that one day I'd be a second-generation outfielder wearing my mama's number 23. The little girl I used to be wanted nothing more than to play her game on the big girl field. Well, now I am the big girl, and the little girl would be proud.
Cameras are a little different. Our male fan favorite, who will also be receiving $1,000 in scholarship money from the Dream for Weave Foundation, Dane Crossland.
Line drive right center, that's big trouble. Crossland dives in the gap. Did he catch it? He did. Dane Crossland caught that ball. What a diving play from Dane Crossland. That is as good as any play you'll see defensively in high school baseball right there.
The 2023 Dennis Weaver Team of the Year. Again, a difficult decision. I think we had 4 teams to win district championships and multiple teams in the region, but we had one in the fall that won 8 regular season games on the football field, and that tied our 1981 Red Raiders. There are 9 overall wins, the most for our Red Raider football team since 1969. This year's Raiders won the program's first ever playoff game, beating Stewart's Creek 28-21 in an overtime thriller. Football guys, hold your seats. We'll bring you up in a minute.
I feel that chill, smell that fresh cut grass. I'm back in my helmet.
Sets up, he's going to fire downfield. It's a duck, and it's picked off. It's intercepted. Heading the other way for Coffee County, Brendan Shepard. Marshall, quarterback Keith, stood up, spins out of a tackle. Ball's forward, ball's loose, picked up by Coffee County. Coffee County's got the ball, scooped up by Caden Martin. Caden Martin to the 10, Caden Martin to the end zone. Touchdown! The freshman Caden Martin picked it up. Gonna hand it off this time. Heaton, big hole, more than 5 yards for him. 20, 15, 10, 5, dives, touchdown, Connor Heaton. And to throw downfield, Martin with a one-handed grab at the 30 to the 20, and he's brought down there. My goodness. Luttrell looking to throw. Fires one over the middle. Caught by Ashton Farrell. Touchdown. You mess with one man, you got a song. Gonna fake the handoff. Keep ball's knocked loose. Ball is on the ground. Sayas Fernandez is on the football. First down, Coffee County. Not through the tackle of Caden Warren. 135 pounds of him rattles down Chauncey Odom, who probably outweighs him significantly. Caden Warren tougher than Woodpecker lips. Pinger, he's rolling right. He's in trouble. He's going to throw it. It's through the hands of Osborne. Caught by Jaden Foster. Young girls dream about the boys of fall. Pippinger fakes, going to try to keep and get outside. Dances through a couple of would-be tacklers. Gets to the 20, 25, 30. Sidelines 35, 40. Takes it back inside. 45, 50. 45, 40. 35, 30. 25, 20. And he's pulled down from behind all the way up to the 10-yard line. Cole Pippinger doing some magic. Pump fake now down the field to Weldon. Caught! You mess with one man, you got a song. To throw, he's got Ozzie over the middle, 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, give him 6. Touchdown, Coffee County. Is it off to Harris? Up the middle. Ball is on the ground. Ball's picked up by Coffee County. Headed the other way with it is Coffee County. It's going to be Red Raider football. Ran out of bounds. It's Tyler Martin with the football. Looking to throw. And complete! The curse is lifted! Ladies and gentlemen, your Region 3 6A champions are clad in big red. That's going to do it.
Now go ahead and welcome those guys up to the stage. I got a lot of them here. I'll call you up one at a time. Nate Luttrell, Claudio Vick, Jaden Foster, Brendan Shepard, Sahaz Fernandez, Tristan Gailey, Cole Pippinger, Darren Strickland, Jalen Osborne, Ian Weldon, Ashton Farrell, Colby McCormick, Javon Simmons, Caden Martin, Robbie Gilly, Coach Doug Green, Manny Gonzalez, Connor Heaton, Caden Warren, Jathan Castle, Jacob Barlow, Blaine Myers, Tyler Martin, Travis Martin, and Jaden Carter. I think I got everybody. If you're a football player and you're here and I forgot. Here somewhere. We are the champions of the world. It's a big group. Don't know if we can fit them all in. We have to wait a second. I don't know if I can get another picture made. Who's that? What's he doing? Time for some of our superlatives. We have added class-based athletes of the year for the Thundies this year, with the exception of the class whose athlete was chosen as Dennis Weaver Athlete of the Year. Our freshman female athlete of the year, Natalie Barnes. Our freshman male athlete of the year, Caden Martin.
Spins out of a tackle. Falls forward, falls loose, picked up by Coffee County. Coffee County's got the ball. Scooped up by Caden Martin. Caden Martin to the 10. Caden Martin to the end zone. Touchdown! The freshman Caden Martin picked it up, and he went to the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! Raiders lead. Oh my goodness!
Got a little excited. I thought we was about to beat Blackman. Our Thundy Award winner for Female Athlete of the Year, probably the longest discussion our committee had. I think it took us 2 or 3 times to get this. A very talented sophomore class, Olivia Vinson. Olivia is in Idaho playing basketball, or Iowa, somewhere, one of the I states, playing basketball. our sophomore male athlete of the year. They stand out in two sports: quarterback, shortstop, pitcher, Cole Pippinger. Our senior female athlete of the year, Caitlin Davis.
Maybe to an astral plane.
I would also like to thank late Dennis Weaver for his inspiring message to young people. His messages have motivated me to work hard and never give up, both on and off the field. We miss you, Weave.
That was part of Caitlin's senior speech for Senior Night. We appreciate her including Dennis Weaver in that. Our senior male athlete of the year, Aiden Robertson.
Line drive, right center. This is going to find the gap. Running third is McKenzie. He's going to score. Pippinger going to be held up at third. Aiden Robertson goes shopping in the gap, and he cruises into second with a double and an RBI.
Our final two categories, and we are right on time, Rob. We are right on time. Our final two categories are Dennis Weaver Female Athlete of the Year and Male Athlete of the Year. These are the two whose names will be etched into a plaque that will stay in the halls of Coffee County Central High School as soon as we get it made. Last year still isn't up, but we're going to get there. Our nominees for Female Athlete of the Year are Katie Cotton, Caitlin Davis, and Kaylee Rossman. This year's Dennis Weaver Female Athlete of the Year is Kaylee Rossman. Kaylee going to be on a first-name basis with Delonte by the time that's over. I think that's about the third time she's been over there. And our final award tonight is our Male Athlete of the Year. We have four in this category. We had a tie in votes, so we have four finalists. Jacob Barlow, Jacob Holder, Blaine Myers, and Aiden Robertson. And our Dennis Weaver Male Athlete of the Year at the 2023 Thundies is Blaine Myers. With Blaine, that concludes. I'm actually 5 minutes ahead of time, Rob. It's a good day. So with each passing year, and I really want to thank everybody for coming out. This is for the second year in a row we have sold this out, and that is, I think fantastic for year one and year two of an event. We don't have any more room to put anybody else. So we thank everybody for being here, and with each passing year, we're going to have fewer athletes who actually knew Dennis Weaver or were lucky enough to have him broadcast their games on Thunder Radio. But there's a saying that legends never die. And Weave continues to be a legend in my heart, and I know for a lot of people in this community. And with the continued support and donations that we get from our community, like everyone in this room, his legacy is going to live on forever at Coffee County Athletics, at least as long as we're involved in helping promote our athletes. For our award winners, we hope that you remember organizations like this and other organizations like the Elam Foundation and the sportsmen who help in this community. And we hope down the road when you're able to that you'll be here and you'll be giving back to those organizations. And you're going to do that for another generation of athletes and for the legacy of the greatest that ever was, and that's Disco Dennis Weaver. Congratulations to all of you, our award winners. Thank you all for attending. Feel free to take pictures in front of the backdrops. Y'all drive home safely. We thank y'all so much.